recently invited out for a drag race, and we brought the Rs3 again in the same setup, minus the exhaust being removed, to have some fun. And man, it was a ton of fun. Met a lot of cool people, great cars that are out there. Me and Stav were absolutely humbled. Stav should be here in the next 5 or 10 minutes. But it was an amazing opportunity. We loved it. Again, Hoonigan, all you guys out there, thank you guys for the invite. We appreciate it. We had fun. Even after our portion was over in terms of what we were doing in the racing and all that jazz, they let us stick around because we've never seen such a really serious production. I've never seen a YouTube production where they actually had like production staff, like people handling cameras, editing, changing shirts, like all this crazy stuff. It was really cool to see a really professional side of the YouTube business in terms of their video production and what they're doing. In terms of just the organization. It's kind of like controlled chaos a little bit, but it was really, really cool to watch and kind of see it all orchestrate and kind of happen. And then also seeing some of the content that the guys over at Hoonigan, if you don't follow them, which I imagine you do, check them out, because some of the stuff that they do there is just simply amazing. And it's fun. It's what all of us dream to do in terms of just doing crazy, stupid stuff and filming it and having fun with your friends, which it seems like every video that they do, they're just having fun. That aside, guys, we were limited to that event to about peaking at like 42, 43 and then holding about 38, 39 pounds of boost. So I want to make more power. Obviously, the IMOS 1000 is very, very capable of doing well beyond 44, 45 PSI, but I'm limited on map sensors. So I did order the 5-bar map sensor, which goes up to about 57 pounds of boost in terms of the coverage. And it comes with this, which is 1/8-inch MPT. And then it also comes with a new harness kit that we're going to have to plug and replug and repin, which from what the directions that Nick over at Irish Motorsports sent me, it seems pretty straightforward. But we'll see what we mess up today. See how much of it we have to redo. And then installation. The only thing I was curious about is where this bad boy would go. So we removed one of the boost taps, or the plugs, because I already have a boost tap on the side, on our throttle body inlet spacer and our throttle body inlet. As you guys know, we designed, manufactured these, sold a butt ton of them thanks to you guys. The only thing that's killing me is just placement, since it's 1/8 inch, and it's also going to be butting up and hitting this this throttle body. So I have one of two kind of ideas. Either we shave the side of this throttle body, which I don't want to do, and then fit it straight down, and it'll just be in the flow stream, and it can be on top. The only problem is with the connection on top, I won't be able to run an engine cover, which I know this sounds stupid, aside from all the crazy stuff we've done to this car already. I really like the engine cover. I hate the way this looks. I'd like it clean. Even on race days, I kind of leave it on. It just makes the engine bay look a lot more complete. So what me and Stav were thinking was to drill on a corner here, the same size 1/8 inch MPT, and then tap it, and it'll be on a corner, and then use a 90. So basically, the sensor would be here off of 90, like that. And then the 90 would come out here, plug into that, and then the connection would be on the side. So it'd be nice and clean and nice, and then we can still use the engine cover. That's what we're thinking. So I have a couple of these spares left over from the batch that we used to make. So we're going to experiment what angle would be perfect, but I think a perfect 90, going to 1/8 inch MPT, plugging this up here, and then I'll use a plug here to cover up this hole since we no longer will be using it. And then the sensor plug here, and then we'll have to do some kind of magic here with some of the depinning, repinning on the SYVECS ECU. That's actually, it looks like it's going to fit just fine over there. And just put it here in the front and be done. Instead of drilling a hole, having to remove this, and this is RTV down. All right, so I might have overthought this a little bit and prematurely had to buy some stuff. 1/8 inch MPT drill bit and tap. We have that for the future. We'll use our tap here in the front. I didn't think that was going to fit due to the IE intake and how large it is and the engine movement, but it looks like it'll be fine. Here, let me screw it in, I'll show you guys, and if it doesn't look good, then I guess we'll change it, but I think that's okay. We'll see. Let's continue on here. Actually, that install was pretty simple. So I didn't have a straight black fitting or anodized fitting straight. I had a brass one, 1/8 inch MPT, so I'm using this temporarily, but the 5-bar map sensor, and there's plenty of room with the intake. About almost 3/4 of an inch. So that's pretty awesome. So it should count for engine movement or any issues or anything like that. I think we should be okay. And then that goes on there. And I'll put a good old zip tie on there, and then the engine cover. Let's see, moment of truth. That's it, clears it. You know, maybe I should just stop. Hey, Cleo, you think I'm like overthinking shit? Cleo, am I overthinking stuff? Yeah? Or you're not gonna say anything because I'm your sole source of food and you need me to survive. Good choice. So that actually fits. I don't know, maybe in the corner here would have been cleaner. I don't know. It's a race car anyway, and I don't know. It looks okay, I guess. Yeah, it clears. I just gotta install the intake back again, but plenty of room. Yeah, let's rock it and roll. I'll remove the back of the intake on the tube, and then we're gonna start getting the harness ready to start depinning and reinstalling. Nick was kind enough to send us like an instructional video so we can kind of swap it all out for the pin he wants to use on the SYVECS standalone for the new 5-bar map sensor. And the cool thing is that even if we repin and add it to whatever he wants it to, the car will still run as is and as good as it is now, even without him updating the file. It is 4th of July weekend, so I don't expect him to log and tune the car tomorrow or this weekend. A lot of these guys are taking a long and well-deserved break. But yeah, we'll get everything wired up and pin up the ECU. I thought this was going to be a lot harder. Hopefully now we don't screw up something on the harness, but yeah, we'll plug that in, get the wire routed and pinned into the ECU, and then this coming Monday when they open back up, we'll log her and see if we can throw more boost at it without blowing anything up. God damn, blue inlet. Jesus Christ, I gotta get rid of that. But yeah, I'll gotta reinstall that. That's popped out too. Yeah, let's continue on, guys. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be boring, but this is aside from all the racing video that we've done, this is part of the maintenance and care and development of these cars. Is these little tidbits that need to get upgraded and thrown in. So hopefully you guys appreciate this video. For those of you guys looking to do the same, those of you guys that are running SYVECS and wanting to do the 5-bar map sensor, at least you know you can. And if you don't have an adapter and pretty much a boost tap, you know, we sell them on our website. They're available now, either black or silver anodized. I believe MotorSports also carries them too. So for those of you guys that are buying, you know, kits and parts from them, you can secure one of the MotorSports boost taps too. It doesn't matter each way. It's same team, same side. Yeah, let me start depinning the ECU, and hopefully I don't mess this thing up. All right, so we have Stav here, who's our resident supervisor when it comes to wiring stuff. As you saw in the first part of the video, we ended up plumbing, so to speak, getting it installed on our actual MMS spacer that comes with our throttle body inlet kit. So the 5-bar map sensor is installed. It also comes with the provisions of having a coolant pressure sensor, which we're going to be installing later on and probably in a couple videos. And then this is also replaces the harness that comes off the SYVECS for the ethanol content, which is going to be swapped out. Again, this is what's called the advanced SYVECS harness. And what we have now installed in the car is the basic SYVECS harness. So Stav, you ready to get this done?
Yep, pretty easy.
So we're going to be going over what we're going to be removing and depinning here. We're going to go over, in fact, I'll even show you the quick video that, I didn't break it. I'm going to go over the video that Nick sent over. I'm going to show you guys exactly what he told us, including some of the diagrams and some other things that they shared with us on what we have to set up the car with. So go ahead, watch Nick go over what's going to be swapped out. He was kind enough to send us a quick video tutorial on what we have to do here, so this way we don't mess anything up. Go ahead, watch that.
So the A connector has the colored wires in it, so we're not going to be messing with A, but that's how you know it's A. We need to remove B16. You're going to push in this white tab. It clicks, and then you'll find B16. They're numbered on the side here, so this is 14, 15, and then 16 is this black wire here. So you can just grab a hold of the wire, give it a tug, and it'll come right out. This is the C connector. There's no colored wires. Same. Push in the locking tab, and then right on the side here, there's 25, and then 24 is the middle one here. Pull out the little placeholder. You might need a little screwdriver or fingernails work. And then you're going to place this wire that you removed from the B connector into the C connector. Push it in all the way, and then you relock the tabs. And that's it.
Now that that tutorial is pretty much over, you see what we have to swap out. It seems pretty straightforward, but again, something probably that we're gonna mess up. Hopefully we don't. Stav's gonna get on taking a look at the harness. Again, the A, B, and C connectors on the SYVECS ECU. We're gonna pull out what we need to as per Nick's instructions. We're gonna get them plugged in and then get the car back together, which should take us another 20, 30 minutes. The car still needs to be calibrated in order to activate the 5-bar sensor. So we're gonna show you guys that in a future video, probably this week, or if not next week, as soon as Nick has some time to log the car. But right now we're still on the 4-bar map sensor. Installing this doesn't change anything till Nick activates it via the ECU calibration. So let's go on, let's get onto this install and I'll show you guys what we're gonna be doing. All right, so we basically depinned and repinned exactly what Nick's video, as you guys just saw, told us stuff. What's that? This is the basic ethanol content harness that was pinned into the SYVECS ECU that is now being removed because the new advanced wiring harness comes with its own pretty much flex fuel sensor and then coolant pressure sensor and then the 5-bar map sensor already done in place. Again, things like this, a lot of people like me overthink this kind of stuff because I hate wiring, number one, but the kind of cool thing is, again, like Nick's video, the pins on the ECU, you push these white clips in and out to unlock and then you can pull them in by hand. So we have this new harness already pinned into the A, B, and C connector that will go into the back of the SYVECS unit. And we're done essentially with the wiring part. Now we just got to clean things up. Now the ethanol content sensor is disconnected. This will be the last sensor that's going to be plugged in through here. And then this is going to be left unplugged because I don't have a coolant pressure sensor wired. Again, in the B5, Stav's got one. I got one for our standalone for VEMS and Haltech, but I don't have a sensor installed or that's welded up to a coolant pipe for the Rs3. I'm going to get that done. I already ordered this coolant pipe. It was actually really easy to order. Found one on eBay from somebody who wrecked an Rs3, unfortunately. So we're going to weld in a bung, get a coolant pressure sensor, and that's where this last plug's going to get put in place. So, Stav, that wasn't so hard.
Well, it's not ever hard for me, but it was painful to watch you do it.
So we're going to get this put back together. Give us a couple minutes. But pretty much as Nick explained on the video is what we did on the 3 prongs, the A, B, and C connectors for SYVECS. And again, this is your map sensor harness upgrade kit for SYVECS. And it's, if we can do it, I think pretty much, or if I could do it, pretty much anyone could do it.
That is an understatement.
So let's get this bolted up together and let's kind of clean it up and get this car back. All right, so we're connected and together. Intake is back in. I also threw on the new silicone coupler to kind of help us with the new inlet. The other one was, let's just say, pretty short. So Stav ended up snagging one off of Amazon, universal, that we slid onto the IE pipe.
Amazon Prime.
Prime, fancy, dude. And we got the wires in. As you can see, the rest of the stuff, I put all the AutoZone kind of black convoluted tubing on. I'm going to put it and finish it so this way can kind of all be kind of clean, or at least a little bit cleaner so it doesn't poke out. But the 5-bar map sensor is in. Ethanol content sensor section of this harness is in. And now all that's left when we run it and continue to, I just have it kind of tucked here to just kind of hide it. But coolant pressure sensor is essentially, or the plug is ready to go as soon as I get that coolant pressure sensor into the coolant line here, and then we're good. Don't mind all the wires. Again, we'll clean it up a little bit better a little bit later on, but that's that, and that is the 5-bar map sensor install for SYVECS ECU for those of you guys running the basic harness like I was. Again, the benefits of running 5-bar map sensor, you're going to have a lot more headroom for boost, a lot more headroom for power. The downside, you're going to start breaking other stuff as soon as you start exceeding 45, 46, 47 pounds of boost. Kind of cool, and this is going to be in a future video, probably in about 2 or 3 videos. DCT's flywheel upgrade arrived today. This is the VR DQ500 flywheel, but here's the center. So as soon as we yank this motor here in the next couple weeks, this is the center upgrade for the flywheel. For those of you guys that are unaware, people are breaking flywheels. They still drive. A lot of people are still racing on them, but you definitely don't want something coming apart in the transmission, especially in such a large investment like this.
That's a nice item.
So Dima, thank you very much. This just arrived. It's beautiful, and we're gonna be.
Could you have not sent us silver? That's all I'm gonna say. Like,
yes, finally someone, instead of sending something blue or something ridiculous, you sent. Thank you, Dima. Thank you very much. I appreciate the part, and I'm kind of excited to see what this holds up to in terms of our setup. This is rated for up to 1,500 horsepower, and I'm kind of excited to see what it does for us. Again, this is going to be something we're going to have to drill out to show you on the VR DQ500 flywheel. There's rivets here that we're going to end up drilling out. We ended up just picking up a press for some other goodies we're doing. We got a drill press on its way here in the next week. So we're going to be doing that here in the channel. So the stakes of screwing things up just went up about 50%.
50%, yeah.
Just went about 50 levels.
You're putting the 5-bar map sensor. Nick has to adjust it. Do you think that you can finally keep up with me?
Well, all joking aside, but I'm kind of excited to see not how far we can push it. I just want to go a little bit more. We're capped out to about 42, 41 PSI now. Nick doesn't want to push it any farther, and he said
I just find it funny that every time you've gotten the car back, you're always like, oh, I'm so happy with the car. I'm never going to do anything more. And then like a week later, you're messaging Hank and Nick and then bombarding them. Hey, one more boost, one more boost.
Isn't that the story, though, with everybody? Oh, I'm really happy for now. All I want to do is 400 horsepower. And then like 6 months later, you're like $1 zillion in debt, and you're like financed through the roof, but you're making like 80 pounds of boosts, right?
That's life.
So I'm going to wrap up this video. This is the 5-bar map sensor. We have the flywheel upgrade coming here in the next couple videos. We have, what else for this car stuff on the RS3?
Ooh, I mean, maybe a rematch with my B5? You never know.
So right now we know the car is faster than Stav's B5 with rolling anti-lag once the car gets into boost. But building boost, Stav's car builds boost a lot faster.
I mean, 12 hours.
Check this out. This is kind of like a daily that I use every day, so I'm not looking to go crazy, but I would like to just crack into the 8s just once. We have a new set of wheels coming in for the RS3, 15-inch beadlocks. I'm not going to mention from which company, but a really cool, well-known company. I've had their wheels on my B5. Stav's used them on his B5 as well.
I like how you always say you're not going to say it and then give the exact example. Like, I'm not going to tell you, but it's a 3-letter name. I'm not going to say anything. Yeah.
So anyway, a lot of updates to come with the RS3. As you saw the press there in the corner, we have some parts coming in tomorrow from 034 Motorsport coming in for the wide-body Piggy. So again, a lot of videos, a lot of content. Stav's got some updates on his B5. Do you want to say some quick things before we kind of close this video out?
I'm still going to gap you.
Guys, I'm going to cap off this video. This is the 5-bar map sensor upgrade harness kit, wired in by yours truly, just plugging and unplugging things from SYVECS.
With the supervision of Stav.
Correct. Which I probably should have. I could have done that without you, right?
No, now that you've done it with my supervision, I make it look easy for you. That's what it is. I mean,
guys, I'm George.
I'm Stav.
This is Malaka Motorsports. We hope everyone's had a great 4th of July weekend, and we'll see you guys in the next video coming up this week. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys next time.
Later, Malakas.